Culture is a collection of shared beliefs, values, customs, and ways of life that a group of people have in common. Culture is a system of learned and shared beliefs, language, norms, values, symbols, groups used to identify themselves. We create culture. Fathers and authors of the most popular culture on the planet Earth right fucking now. If it wasn't for New Edition, there wouldn't be no fucking Backstreet Boys, and there wouldn't be no K-pop. If it wasn't for fucking Melly Mel and motherfuckers like that, it wouldn't be no fucking Eminem. All that we fucking created. Rock and roll, rhythm and blues, jazz, hip hop, our vernacular, our jargon. What's up, my nigga? What's good? Whether it changed from what they say in Atlanta or whether it changed from what they say in the Midwest, it's still all black culture. Stop it. We got our beliefs. We eat our certain type of food because of where we came from and what happened to us. That's just a glaze. We don't got to get all down to the science. Showtime! What's up, world? It's your boss, International Zoe. And I want to say something that nobody ever talks about. Everybody runs to these other countries and say how the women are better and, they're a little less headache and all that. But I've been traveling around the world for 5 years, okay? Straight. Dealing with all kind of women, Meeting women, dating women, frolicking with women, a combination of all of it. And, the movement has been pushing. American women, Western women, and their attitude and right? Well, let's keep it a buck. Now, I went on dates with beautiful women from different countries. I had them genuinely interested in me, the whole nine. I know y'all want to try to put me in a corner, but your boy does well, period. Whether I want to spend money or not, your boy does well. Always have done well with the ladies. And I ain't got nothing to prove to you haters. And with all the relationships and the short-term relationships and sitting and chilling with women, I've traveled with women, I have had women meet me places, I have met women places. There's still, with all of that, some form of disconnect because of culture. Now, none of these women could beat a beautiful, level-headed, well-raised American black woman when it comes to connection. Because that's the main thing. A woman could be beautiful, you could have sexual chemistry, but you don't have connection. And that cultural difference, you have to adapt to their culture. Now, think about it. I'm a grown man. Maybe y'all don't get it. Maybe it won't matter so much to you younger guys. But I grew up in America on Motown and R&B and the Whispers and Earth, Wind and Fire and certain movies. The Breakfast Club, Mo Better Blues, like turn of the century movies. Like Boys in the Hood and stuff like that. So, and I've dated women in America who, if I put on a song, they feel the song the way I feel the song. They know the song the way that I know the song. They know what they were doing when that song came out. They know what they were doing when that movie came out. They know what they were doing when somebody wears a New Edition Bobby Brown button on your sleeve. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a disconnect, and there always will be a disconnect or a lack of connection, total connection with these foreign women. You know what I'm saying? They could never know what it is to grow up in America as a black man and experience the culture we've experienced and the whole fabric that make us who we are. Fuck you talking about black people ain't got no culture in American culture. We created the motherfucking culture. that everybody around the whole goddamn world is copying. And trust me, I know, because I'm traveling around the world. And you could be anywhere. We changed the way they dress. We changed the way they behaving, for better or worse. We changed the music that moves their soul in the fucking club and everywhere else. You can go to the mall in Barranquilla and hear R&B music, neo soul music. You can go anywhere in the world and hear American music. You can go anywhere in the world and they're familiar with American movies, culture, athletes, the whole shit. All the shit that we run. Or all the shit that we create. I wouldn't say run, that we create. So don't let me get off topic. Yeah, y'all might have these beautiful women in different countries, but y'all not really connecting with them. Even with the language, I ain't fucking connecting with them. Not like that. So you're missing something. You're losing something to gain something, but don't act like there ain't no black American women who know how to treat a man, who know how to be respectful, who know how to let a man be a man. And would y'all trade a good black American woman for these foreign women who don't really get the culture? Like, I had to tell a chick, Thai chick that's feeling comfortable to say nigga and use nigga in reference to me. Now, I felt like calling her a bitch just so she could know how disrespectful she was. And I felt like if I called her a bitch, then she would understand how disrespectful her referring to me as a nigga was. And I said, don't you ever, I told you, don't ever fucking refer to me as a nigga like you cool enough to say that shit. I had to tell my man before that. I was in the Philippines, and I know the kids didn't mean no harm, but you know, they was like, hey, what's up, my nigga? You know how people do. So it's the gift and the curse with the culture and the whole nigga thing, you know. You don't, when those Brazilian women be feeling that Brazilian music and they know that song since they was a kid and they know that song because their parents used to play it, you don't feel that. You don't feel that. And you know these Thai girls, they be playing their music and they be jumping and they know, you don't feel that. I don't give a fuck if you speak the language or not. You don't feel that. You don't feel some of that salsa, bachata, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. This probably ain't easy to find a good, well-rounded, respectful, well-raised American black woman, and I'm referring to black men. And it could be the same for white men. These foreign chicks is great. They cool. Sometimes they give you the submission, the beauty, and the other things. But stop fronting. They could never beat out a well-rounded, good, mature, respectful, well-raised black woman to match a black man. The only thing that could come close, maybe, and it's still you dealing with somebody with a different culture, is sisters from the continent. You might be able to connect with a black sister from a country in Africa. And nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that part you gonna miss. Because they don't know where you come from. They ain't grow up on your influences, which is very important. Your influences make who you are. They don't know nothing about them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They don't know nothing about them cheese sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about them frosted flakes and Cocoa Puffs and Rice Krispies. They don't know nothing about that deep fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? They got their own chicken, but it ain't the same, man. They don't know nothing about them Thanksgiving dinners. But nobody talks about that. Everybody try to front. Like these foreign women, let me get another one. Yeah, these foreign women are the shit. All y'all really doing is fucking 90% of you, and I know the dudes who got married and most of them got divorced. No dudes who married Colombian chicks. They ain't work out. That cultural gap is hard to, and you as the man gonna have to jump into their culture. They ain't really jumping into yours. You gotta jump into their country. You gotta assimilate to their culture. And it ain't really your culture. You don't know that songs from when you was 12 and 13 and 6 years old. You don't know their movies. You don't know their best movies. You don't know their best athletes. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, don't forget that. Ain't nobody really going to align with you better than a good black woman from America. And you talking from a dude who was married. Yes, my wife was Puerto Rican, but she ain't speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? She ain't speak Spanish. Yes, she was a couple generations in of New Yorkers. So, which and the Puerto Ricans been with blacks for years. That's why Fat Joe feel, he could take rain and say nigga and all that, which I understand, but he still need to pay homage. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, I'm older than a lot of you guys, not significantly, but old enough to have, and I'm wise. So I got age, experience, and wisdom. Y'all not doing what I'm doing. And I've been a barber for years, been talking to people, been coaching people. I know how to talk to people. I know how to listen to people. Other dudes can't do what I do. And they ain't got no Sunday sermon work. They ain't got no interview work. You know what I'm saying? We all could run around and run around with a girl and show. I do that too, and they don't really do that better than me. I could chop up a video with the best of them. As far as a solo producer, I could chop up videos with the best of them. So, don't try to, and it ain't about me, but don't try to put me in a box with everybody else. Nobody is doing what I'm doing. I got people copying what I do. Wasn't nobody interviewing other YouTubers. Me. Nobody was doing that shit before me. Nobody wasn't cut nobody here and interviewing. I interview all the YouTubers. Me. I made y'all start interviewing. There wasn't nobody interviewing other YouTubers before me. Okay? Where's David? I interviewed everybody. Okay? Copycat. Wasn't nobody doing no late night thirst or nothing close to it. Copycat. Wasn't nobody interviewing girls on the beach. Copycat. You know what I'm saying? Stop fronting, man. The leader of the gang. Peace.